What does one eye see in a moment? Our eyes don't work like cameras because we don't see snapshots of whole images. The human eye actually works more like a video stream. Our eyes rapidly move around, supplying different details to the brain. The brain then combines incoming images from both eyes with recent memories and expectations based on past experiences to create our sight. The eyes plus brain together assembles an image of higher detail than possible by the eye acting alone. This is what the brain sees. This is what the eye sees. Visual perception begins as the eye focuses light onto the retina. The retina has two types of photoreceptors, rods and cones, which convert light into electromagnetic signals for the brain to process. Rods are found predominantly in the peripheral of the retina. They are responsible for vision in dim light and viewing movement. Cones are mostly located towards the central area of the retina called the fovea. They are responsible for tasks involving high detail such as reading and color vision. Humans typically have three types of cones that measure levels of red, green, and blue light. Combinations of red, green, and blue form the colors that we can see. It's basically the same color system used by screens because screens were made for humans to view. Colorblind people are missing a color receptor. This changes how they see colors and how many colors they can see. The size of our pupils does set a limit on how close two objects can get before they blur into one. The average human pupil ranges from about 4 to 9 millimeters once fully dilated, and there are only so many photoreceptors able to fit into the space of the retina. Even if we had cones of smaller width, we wouldn't be able to see any better because light from a tiny object would smear over multiple cones. We would see 2 points spaced closely together as one fuzzy point. To see smaller objects more clearly requires bigger eyeballs and smaller, more closely spaced cones at the same time. A single eye's visual field spans approximately 120 degrees from side to side. However, a majority of this is peripheral vision. Our ability to see detail differs when looking at color, shape, and text. We only accurately see color from approximately 30 to 60 degrees, shape from 5 to 30 degrees, and text from 5 to 10 degrees. So, the image of what our eye sees in one moment would be crisp at the focal point, but the further away you get, text, shape, and color would gradually lose their clarity. Our eyes each have a blind spot where the optic nerve connects the back of the eye to the brain. We don't usually notice this because the brain patches over the blind spot with visual information from the opposite eye. So, this is what the brain sees. To take away what the brain makes up for in our peripheral vision, take into account the position of rods and cones in our eyes, apply our limited visual field and ability to see color, shape, and text clearly. Take away what we lose from the scene in our blind spot, and this is what one human eye sees in a single moment.